As an advertising major at CU and a student of the Media, Culture, and Globalization class, I've become especially interested in the political economy of global advertising. In 2007, America and Europe had 77% of the world's largest global marketing firms. In hopes of maintaining their marketing power on a global scale, France's Publicis and America's Omnicom announced their decision to merge companies on July 28, 2013.
Publicis and Omnicom have agreed to a huge merger. This is going to be a game changer in the advertising world.
This mega merger of advertising companies will create about $23 billion in revenues, a stock market value of $35 billion, and more than 130,000 employees worldwide. Though this merger will make a lot of money for Omnicom CEO John Wren, Publicis Group CEO Maurice Levy, and investing shareholders, one must consider the potential impact this mega merger will have on the advertising industry at large. Overall, I think the Publicis-Omnicom merger will have a negative impact on the advertising industry at large by acting as a dominant cultural flow driven by capitalist ventures. Why is this? Well, first let's consider the fact that Publicis Group and Omnicom control some of the world's most acclaimed advertising agencies. These are some of the most notable Publicis clients, and these are some of the most notable Omnicom clients. While this so-called merger of equals may appear to be a win for Wren, Levy, and shareholders, it raises client conflict concerns.
The most glaring conflicts are arch rivals Coca-Cola and PepsiCo, Samsung and Apple, AT&T and Verizon, and finally car makers Toyota, Honda, GM, Nissan, Mercedes and Volkswagen, who will all now be housed under the same roof.
And I believe some clients weren't actually aware that this was going to go ahead. So not only is there some overlap, there's also some conflict. So for example, they equally have, one has Pepsi, one has Coca-Cola.
Yes.
There's a lot of split within the car companies as well. So it'll be very interesting to see how they manage those sort of conflicts of interest.
This mega merger also has the potential to reinforce and deepen cultural differences.
Clash of cultures, you've got New York and Paris. I mean, they're both international advertising agencies, but these are two very different companies.
In fact, Brian Weiser, an analyst with Pivotal Research Group, suggested potential antitrust issues. Weiser said the degree of control by an American company over a French one might be another issue, as Publicis is one of the most important multinational companies based in France, a country famously known for protecting national champions. Here, Weiser's concern regarding the actual balance of power between the Americans and French within the merger reflects his worry that increased consolidation of ownership will lead to the emergence of an advertising giant that is completely anti-democratic in nature. Also, the Omnicom-Publicis merger raises worries regarding the loss of creativity within the advertising industry. Though he expressed this concern many years prior to this mega merger announcement, George Lois, the great art director of Esquire magazine, stated, "Here's what I know. Advertising agencies depend on constant creativity to achieve growth and success. But be aware that the bigger any enterprise gets, the more departments, the more marketing research, the more acquisitions, the more mergers, the more analysis paralysis, the worse the product becomes. Lost creative control, lost passion, lost belief that you're producing greatness. The merger screams that technology is God without a kind of the godlike creative process." Lois's comment could not be more spot on. In the case of the Publicis-Omnicom merger, it is reasonable to be worried that an emphasis on creativity will be replaced with a commercial focus on size. Overall, I think that because Publicis-Omnicom originates disproportionately in the US and France, one can expect the vast majority of advertising to represent the perceptions, aspirations, outlooks, and lifestyles of Western culture. This worries me as I see this mega merger as likely to indirectly enhance the hegemony of westernized culture around the world.